My beautiful wife, Dawn, is the most amazing woman I know, a daily inspiration to me, and is the light of my life. One of the many things I have always admired about her is her constant and creative commitment to providing for our children, giving them opportunities they wouldn't otherwise have. When we moved to Guadalajara, she made sure all our kids were signed up for ballet and gymnastics and various other extracurricular activities. But when it proved logistically overwhelming to get all of our kids where they needed to be on time, she came up with an ambitious new plan. Dawn took the initiative and rented a huge warehouse nearby, bought all the gymnastics equipment from another gym that was closing in Monterrey: balance beams, parallel bars, high bar, rings, horse trampolines, tumble track, springboards, and more. Then she hired a staff of teachers and coaches and had everything all under one roof: a first-class gym, a cheerleading school, a ballet dance studio, and a music school. She opened it to the public as a small business to cover operating expenses. Though it never really turned a huge profit, it provided our children many years of rewarding, life-enriching experiences as gymnasts, ballet dancers, cheerleaders, and musicians. And best of all, it practically paid for itself. Over the years, as Delta Gym grew, it became recognized as one of the premier centers for gymnastics and cheer in the metropolitan area of Guadalajara, with hundreds of students spanning over a decade. Delta's teams competed nationally all over Mexico, bringing home many first-place trophies, filling shelf after shelf at the gym. Championship banners adorned the walls, and medals and certificates hung in the reception area. Delta Gym even hosted many competitions here in Guadalajara. 4 of my daughters were national champions 6 times when they competed as a quartet in cheer at the national level in Mexico. I am a proud dad, but my wife really deserves all the credit because she had the vision to make it all happen. So many contacts and relationships were created as a result of Dawn's dream, which became an ambitious project, and by God's grace, a reality. I confess, I wasn't always supportive of the idea because it wasn't missions in the traditional sense. I would have preferred that my wife and children were more involved in the ministry to which God called me: evangelism. We achieved a compromise where I helped out with a few maintenance and design projects here and there at the gym, and Dawn helped out with an occasional soup kitchen in the inner city. In retrospect, Dawn's gym was actually a beautiful example of what it looks like to be a positive Christian influence in the community and in the lives of others for the glory of God and His kingdom. That is exactly what missions is: investing your life in the lives of others, being their friend, being there for them as a testimony to the love of God and His truth. Maybe it wasn't a church or ministry center, but it was in some ways an outreach to young people, children, and other moms, a place where the presence of God and expressions of His love were real. I'm sure my wife and kids could share many stories. Sadly, like many other businesses, Delta didn't survive the coronavirus pandemic, which shut down so many businesses for so long. Online gymnastics just doesn't work, but it served God's purpose for its time in the lives of many grateful families. God knows exactly what He is doing and is at work in us and through us at every moment. I am so grateful to God for the incredible woman that He gave me for a wife and for the best decades of my life that we shared together on the mission field. Thank you so much for listening to this true story from Memoirs of Mexico. If you enjoyed this story, or if it was a blessing to you, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. That would be a blessing to me. I upload a new true story every day. If you like to read, you can also order Memoirs of Mexico in paperback or ebook on Amazon.com. There's a link in the description. Thanks again for listening.